Hi there crafters, Louise with you today. Welcome along, and here is my second share for Kitaholic Kits May 2024 kit. Such a fun and masculine kit. I really am enjoying this one. But the textured elements, so the package that is filled with like the, I think it's called jute. I'm not sure. Somebody leave it a comment if you're watching this video and you know what it's called. But I'm going to go with the word jute because I think that that's what it's called. And it's kind of like that textured, almost like craft kind of material, but it's really a sort of a strange fabric. But that is the inspiration for this layout. So we had some sort of thicker strips of that jute, and I wanted to put them in the background of like a stripy kind of layout. So I chose this particular pattern paper with the cameras, and to try and help it blend a little bit more and be a bit more pleasing to the eye, I'm just going to trim it into some strips. So you can see that I've just cut them down. I think they're 1.5 inches, and now I'm going to actually use glue to stick them down because they are going to have things over the top of them. I want the adhesive to be really quite sticky. So I've gone with the tacky glue. You'll have heard me mention in other videos that some of my layouts are not, the adhesive is not really sticking as well as I would like it to. So yes, I'm using a lot of tacky glue at the moment just to make sure that my layouts stay together. Okay, so the brightness of that background paper was kind of overwhelming me a little bit, and I thought my photo and my elements were going to get lost. So I'm going to just pop a little bit of white gesso over the top, and I'm doing this in a messy way because I sort of want some pops of that background paper to come through. You know, I don't need it to be completely covered with white gesso. I simply want to just mute it, tone it down a little bit, and you still get the effect of that background paper, but it's not so overwhelming to the eye. All right, attaching some pattern paper to my photo now and working on this part of the layout helps me just to know how my background is going to turn out. And this is probably one of my favourite things to do, is to use both sides of a pattern paper. You'll find that there's generally an A and a B side of a paper, and they often complement each other, so it's quite easy to use them both on a layout, and particularly in this case as I've done around my photo. Now, to attach this jute, I'm simply using my stapler, and you can see I was just a little bit short, so I'm going to cut the piece in half that's behind my photo, and that's, I mean, no one's going to see that. You're the only people that now know about that, but you still get the full effect of it. And I really like how this looks over that pattern paper background. It's not too overwhelming for the eye, but it's really textured and interesting to look at. There's sort of something to see the more or the longer you look at that background. All right, so I'm back with my tacky glue. Got to get lots of glue going on here because it's got to adhere through that jute to the cardboard and the paper. So I'm going to weigh that down quite a bit. Before I put this one in an album, I will definitely make sure that all that glue is stuck and give it a little bit of a touch up if I need to. But essentially, I'm really happy with the way this background looks. I think it's super textured, super fun, but it's really not overwhelming. Your eye is still drawn to that photo. If anything, it's more drawn to the photo because of those stripes and those lines that you can see. And the final stages here is basically just embellishing. So the photo itself is not an outdoorsy photo, so I kind of have to go through this ephemera and pick out the ones that are going to work with the photo. Stars, of course, are super easy, so I'm going to go with stars, pop those on the layout, trim them up. And then I did have a little bit of trouble about how I was going to title this page because I don't know, it's one of those photos where it's kind of not really anything. It's just of Master Cooper doing some colouring in. I took it one day. So it's a tricky one because the descriptive words like epic and rad, I don't know if they really fit this particular layout. It's more of a day-to-day kind of just memory of the fact that he's actually sitting down and colouring in a colouring book. So I do eventually work it out and get my title onto my page, even though it was a little bit trickier. And I do like the bright pop of colour with the title. All right, so I've added a couple little star stickers, but essentially this layout is all complete. I hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching, and please, if you haven't already, make sure you check out Kitaholic Kits.